Hey, friends, it's Christy, and welcome to your very first Platinum Power Bite. So, let's start with something real. What if I told you that the reason that you keep looping through the same habits, it's not about willpower, it's about identity? Because here's the truth of it. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. Every choice that you make, it is either reinforcing who you think you are or it's inviting you to become someone new. So today, we're going to spend the next 10 to 15 minutes just exploring the single most powerful shift that you can make, moving from trying to change your behavior, what you do, to changing who you believe yourself to be. In behavioral science, we know that habits formed through what's called a behavior loop. So that's the cue or the prompt, the behavior, what you do, and the consequence, what happens afterwards. But what most people are missing is that beneath every habit loop is a belief. So it's not just about what you do, it's who you think you are when you do it. For example, if you believe you're someone who's like terrible at setting boundaries, your brain will unconsciously seek out behaviors that confirm for you that belief. It's called confirmation bias, and it is really powerful. But when you reframe the identity, even if just slightly, you open up a whole new loop. You move from I'm bad at setting boundaries to I'm someone who's learning to communicate clearly. That one word, learning, it changes your trajectory. So let's do a really quick guided exercise together. So if you're in a place where you can really kind of get into this and it's okay to close your eyes for a moment, go ahead. If not, just listen and think about what we're saying. So just take a deep breath. Imagine it's 6 months from today and you've made the changes that you've been going for. Not from force or willpower, but from alignment. What does that version of you feel like when they wake up in the morning? What kind of energy fills the room when they walk in? What do they say no to without guilt? What do they say yes to without hesitation? Notice their posture, notice their tone, notice their eyes. That's not a fantasy version of you. That's the identity that's waiting underneath all the noise. Now, I want you to name that identity with a simple sentence. Something like, I am someone who values my energy and chooses peace over people pleasing. Or maybe, I'm a leader who honors my intuition and leads with presence. So I want you to just take 10 seconds and write down that sentence if you can. I'm going to give you a minute. All right. Hopefully, you had a minute to write that down. Every time you face a decision, ask, what would that version of me choose right now? So instead of saying, like, I can't eat the dessert, no thanks, I'm on a diet, say, I'm somebody that nourishes my body with intention instead of, I have to stay late again. Maybe I'm someone who values impact over busyness instead of I'm too burned out to lead. I'm someone rebuilding from a deeper center. These aren't affirmations, they're identity cues. Each one is telling your brain, this is who we are now. And when your identity shifts, your behavior will follow automatically. So take a breath and think about that one sentence that you either wrote down or you have it in your head. That's going to be your anchor for the next week. And I want you to keep it somewhere highly visible, like either in your phone notes, on a sticky note, on your car dash, your mirror, wherever you're going to see it a lot. And every decision that stretches you a little bit, repeat that identity to yourself before you act. You're going to be so surprised how fast your brain starts aligning your choices with that new version of you. And next week, we'll take it even further. We'll talk about how to fuel that new identity with daily energy rituals that can keep you aligned even when life gets crazy and chaotic and overly busy. Because really, you don't rebuild or change by force. You rebuild and change by remembering who you already are. So, thank you for being here and welcome to the Power Bite series. This is where behavior meets consciousness and leadership becomes embodied. So, my friends, if this resonates with you, please drop your identity statement in the chat or send me a DM so I can kind of see how you're feeling and resonating. Let's see who you're becoming. And I can share people's comments on a post so that we can all kind of follow along and try to encourage each other. So I'll be jumping on for a quick 10 to 15-minute power bite every second, third, and fourth Thursday of the month at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. So please send me a message or drop it in the chat how this went, and we'll see you next week.